At some point in time, we will all age and get older. But getting old should not stop us from looking younger and healthier. On this video, I am sharing with you on how to age-proof your body and brain with some easy daily tweaks you can slow down the clock and feel instantly better. Sadly, it's a fact of life that as we get older, we lose muscle mass, our bones can weaken, and cognitive function can decline. But the good news is that with some small, easy-to-implement changes, you can stop the clock and keep your body and brain younger for longer. James Davis is a personal trainer, hormone specialist, psychologist, and coach. Claire Davis is a life coach, personal trainer, hormone specialist, and stress management consultant. Together, they co-founded the Midlife Mentors, offering coaching and evidence-based science to help clients reclaim their body, mind, and life. Now let's look at some of the daily tweaks that they are sharing with us. Number 1. Keep your bones strong. Women in particular need to look after their bones as they age. Bone density decreases with age, and women are particularly at risk as the hormone estrogen plays a role in maintaining bone density. And typically, estrogen levels are lower after the menopause, says Claire. The good news is that strength training, using weights or body weight exercises, is what you need to do to improve your bone density. Again, resistance training, working every muscle group twice a week will really help, adds Claire. Number 2. Maintain muscle. We know that we lose muscle mass as we age, as much as 3 to 8% per decade after the age of 30, and even higher after the age of 60. We need to put muscles under stress to force them to grow. That means resistance training at least twice a week, explains James. You can do body weight exercises like squats and press-ups, leaning against a wall if needed, or we sometimes get our clients using water bottles as weights to begin with. Just anything that gives you resistance. The key here is progression. You need to either change the weight or the repetitions as you progress to keep building and maintaining muscle. James says you can find lots of free workouts on YouTube. Number 3. Engage your brain. Cognitive function can decline with age, so James says it's important we engage our brains regularly. As we age, we can lose neural pathways, but one way we can maintain them is by keeping our minds active, he explains. Be curious. Do things like puzzles, learn new skills like playing an instrument or painting. There is a lot out there now about learning new languages and how that can help brain health. We all know we should move our bodies, but we need to be exercising our brain too. Number 4. Find a community. Joining a local community group or regularly socializing with others can increase your lifespan, says Claire. There is so much research now to show that being isolated has a lot of negative health markers, like anxiety and depression. But we now also know that people who have an active community around them actually will extend their lifespan, she explains. It's easy to plug into online communities, which can be good, but I would say get out there as much as you can for face-to-face interaction. Join a local exercise class. Go to the bingo with friends. There are some great community groups there. Number 5. Eat oily fish. To keep a healthy brain, James advises ensuring you're getting enough omega-3, which is important for cognitive function. There have also been reports that consuming enough omega-3 may reduce the risk of developing dementia, especially when eaten alongside a healthy diet. Omega-3 can be found in oily fish like salmon, mackerel, tuna, and sardines, and also in nuts and seeds like flaxseed, chia seeds, and walnuts. It's recommended we eat at least 2 portions of fish per week, one being an oily fish. Number 6. Fill up on protein. James says it's important to eat plenty of fresh food and protein and limit sugar intake. Sugar can have an aging effect on the brain, he explains. Eat lots of fresh vegetables to get your micronutrients in, and prioritize eating protein because we need it as essential building blocks for the muscles. Protein also triggers the hormone leptin, which tells you that you're full. With ultra-processed food, generally defined as food with more than 5 ingredients, the body doesn't recognize it, so the hormone isn't produced. We live in a world full of processed carbohydrates, but it's important to eat as much whole food as possible. Number 7. Go for a walk in nature. Reducing stress levels is a hugely important part in age-proofing your brain. Stress can be very aging. If we're consistently stressed and producing more cortisol, we can look and feel like we're aging, explains Claire. There is also a strong link between consistently raised cortisol and fat gain, particularly in the abdominal region, and anxiety and depression. But what can we do to reduce stress? Studies have shown that spending even as little as 15 minutes in an outdoor natural setting can significantly reduce cortisol, heart rate, and blood pressure. Get out on a daily walk, and if you can, try and get away from an urban setting into nature for 15 minutes. You can also practice stress-relieving exercises like deep breathing, meditation, and gentle yoga. And lastly, number 8. Consider supplements. When it comes to maintaining bone density, Claire says supplements and dietary tweaks can also help. She explains, from a nutrition point of view, we want to ensure we are eating enough calcium, found in dairy. You should consider a supplement if you don't get much dairy in your diet. In terms of other supplements, you may want to consider taking vitamin D3 and K2, as these help with bone density. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned something from this video. Remember, your health and well-being is the most important gift and asset that you could ever have. So, please make it a priority to look after them really well.